everyone, welcome back. You may not know this about me, but I absolutely love fragrances. I just love to smell good. I actually used to work as a fragrance consultant years ago, and I got to learn about notes and just the story behind every fragrance, which makes you appreciate the fragrance even more. Everyone has their own thing, and fragrances is definitely one of mine. The main reason I'm doing this video is really not to show off some of my fragrances, but to give you an idea of what to look for when buying your own fragrances, by understanding the notes and hopefully discovering what works for you and what doesn't. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 4 fragrances that are irresistible and I absolutely love. And maybe by understanding fragrances better, you will be able to choose fragrances that work with your personality. Before we get into the fragrances, I'm going to give you a little description of what each note does so you understand what I'm talking about, and so that we are all on the same page. And also, just in case you are not familiar with fragrance notes, the top note of a fragrance represents the first impression. When you go and try out a perfume, that first spray is the top note. This, more often than not, determines if you like the fragrance or not. Depending on the fragrance, it lasts between 5 to 15 minutes. As it dries down, you get into the middle note, which is the hot note. You tend to smell it once the top note has evaporated. Typically, the scents in the hot notes make up to 40 to 80% of the fragrance, which definitely smells the strongest. Then we have the base notes, which is the base of our fragrance, which is gonna last the longest once the top notes are completely evaporated. The job of a base note is to provide a lasting impression. This is gonna be the fragrance you smell faintly even after so many hours. So now that we've covered that, we are now all on the same page. Let's go ahead and get into our first fragrance, which is Goldia, the Roman Night Absolute. Here's the fragrance here. This fragrance is by Bulgari, and I believe there are different versions of the Roman Night. But this fragrance smells really expensive. It smells bougie. It smells very classy. In fact, it smells like wealth in a bottle. This is not a perfume people will doubt if you have money or not. If someone smells this on you, they are sure you have money. So if you really want to try this and you're not sure if you're going to like it, maybe start with a smaller bottle before you go ahead and invest in a bigger one. The top notes for this perfume are plum and orange blossom. The middle notes for this fragrance are Madagascar vanilla and jasmine zambac. And the base notes are black moss, patchouli and moss. Our next fragrance is C by Giorgio Armani. This is completely different from the rest of the C range. Look at the bottle. This is really beautiful. If you've tried C, the original, this is the evening version of the original C, which is my all-time favorite, but I don't have it right now to show you. Although I said this is the evening version of the original C perfume, I use this any time of the day. I don't really go with night perfumes, day perfumes. It really depends on how I feel on the day. I spray it on. This fragrance smells really clean to me, but it makes a statement at the same time. This fragrance is described as an irresistible combination of grace, strength, and an independent spirit. If you are all of that, you might just love this fragrance. This fragrance is made for the confident woman. The top notes are pear, black currant, pink pepper, and grapefruit. The middle notes are pineapple, rose, heliotrope, and jasmine. Finally, the base notes are vanilla, amberwood, and patchouli. I love this fragrance and would absolutely recommend it to any strong, independent, but yet soft and feminine woman. The third fragrance is a fragrance that, when I spray it, you cannot talk to me anyhow. And this is the Versace Eros parfum. This is the floral, woody musk fragrance. And when I say floral, it doesn't smell like flowers. Oh no, it smells better than that. This fragrance smells like actual money and class on your body. Okay? In fact, you will smell like a goddess wearing this. So people cannot talk to you anyhow. This is the type of perfume that turns heads. Okay? It's a strong perfume in a good way. Some strong perfumes give you a headache. This one doesn't. Every time I use this perfume, I literally feel like a rich auntie. This smells so good. I can't get enough of it. And this is not a perfume I just use anyhow. I tend to use this perfume on very special occasions, or maybe when I want to feel rich and fancy for no reason at home. Also, if you would like to try it, you can always start with buying a smaller one before you go ahead and invest in a big one, as I said with the other perfume as well, just in case you don't actually like it and spend so much money on a fragrance you don't even like. The fourth and last fragrance is La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw this as one of my reels. This is an amber vanilla fragrance for ladies. At first, when I got this fragrance, I actually didn't like how it smells. The first notes, the first spray, how it smelled. At the time, it just didn't really do it for me. But when it settled into the middle notes on my skin, oh my gosh, ladies, I totally changed my mind, and it's definitely grown me. Now I absolutely love it. It's one of my faves. Sometimes I layer it with a different Jean-Paul Gaultier perfume, and it makes a total different fragrance. As you can see, the packaging is really pretty and sexy. The more that this perfume stays on your skin, the better it smells, at least for me. Especially when it marries with your skin and just gives this luxurious scent. And just you start to feel a bit sexy and luxurious at the same time. It's so feminine. If you like to smell sexy and feminine at the same time, this might just be your girl. It's also really long lasting, which I love. I love to smell good, guys, and if a perfume is long lasting, it's a big bonus for me. This is one of the reasons I prefer eau de parfum instead of eau de toilette, because they just last longer. Let me know down below what's your all-time favorite fragrance. And for me, from the ones I showed you, Goldia, The Roman Night, and Eros Parfum by Versace are definitely my all-time favorites. If you've watched till this far, thank you so much. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you are notified when I upload. Bye guys.